Hi guys, it is Belle here and it is Monday, so it is time for the Margaret Miller collage challenge and it is week 29. Now this week I was meant to be sharing with you a picture of my trip to the theatre. That didn't go ahead as planned, but we'll get into that a little bit more in a minute. Let's look at what the prompts are. So a ticket stub from any event. I pulled out one from a few years ago. This was actually 2023, and it is when I went to Tower Bridge with my nephew. And I love the back of it as well, so I may use that. Embossed paper, I was gifted this absolutely years ago, so it's beautiful. I thought I would use a bit of that. An animal with scales. Now, I will pre-warn, I think there's at least one of you who really doesn't like snakes. So if you don't, you might want to fast forward this or not watch this video. But in this book, which I do have a flip through of on my channel, we've got a variety of snakes. I like this one as well. So I want to use one of those. A fruit, I have these puffy apple stickers I thought would work. Foreign language, I have this. I think it's Latin. And bonus and illustration. So the snake would work for the illustration. I also have this that I may or may not use, but that would work for illustration. And I recently picked up these stunning stickers from, if you're here in the UK, I picked them up from The Works. But these are illustrations with the flowers. Can you see a sort of theme we're going for? Love these. They're beautiful. So, as I said, I was meant to be going to the theatre and telling you all about it to see the mousetrap that I was going to see because I'd been gifted it for my birthday. However, an old injury reappeared very out of the blue, and so we couldn't go. And we ended up phoning the theatre, and thankfully they were very, very understanding. And even though it happened literally the day before we were meant to go, they said that's okay, and they rearranged the trip. No extra cost to us. We've got exactly the same seats. It was literally a week to the day that we'll be going, and they were very, very sweet. So I am still going to see it. I'm feeling much, much better now. That is also one of the reasons there wasn't many videos up last week, because of my injury. So yes, I was in a lot of pain with very limited movement. However, I am feeling a lot better. So I'm back, and I will hopefully be going to see it very soon in the next few days. Let's get on with this. So instead, I have this picture. Now, I know since the end of June that a lot of shops, especially TK Maxx and HomeSense over here in the UK, have had their Halloween stuff out, which I find very exciting, and I've already picked up quite a few bits, including a new addition to my Frankenstein's monster, which I absolutely love what I picked up, and it will probably be staying out all year round. Well, it will be. However, today when I had to go out and pick up some more Mod Podge, I went into the range and they had all their autumnal, or the start of all their autumnal bits. So I just took a little picture of one of the displays and kind of put a more muted filter on it. And I did pick up a few bits because it's very weird. We are definitely now getting more seasonally influenced by especially the States. We are really getting more influenced, and I think that probably comes with TikTok and things like that. And so all these things are coming out. So whilst we're in the middle of a heat wave, while we're in the middle of a heat wave, do I want to have that like that? Yeah, why not? I don't know if I like the pink in that, but we're going to do it. All of a sudden there's autumn everywhere, and I have to say I am an autumn girly. You will know that if you have been around my channel for any length of time. It is my favorite season except for winter, and then spring. Summer would be last now. Never used to be that way, but summer would be lower down on my list now. I love all the seasons. I can appreciate what each of them brings, but I am definitely an autumn girly. It is my colour palette. Autumn, spooky season, the whole lot just goes together. My colour palette, my favourite kind of things, my favourite scents and smells and all that kind of stuff. So really, scents and smells are the same thing. But really, you know, I love it. So when I went in and saw it, even though I went in for Mod Podge, I had to pick up a couple of things, one of which I am going to share with you. At the moment, while I am making this video, I have a Bath and Body Works cinnamon and sweet vanilla, which smells almost like baked churros a little bit, not overtly sweet though, lit candle. And I also have in the kitchen something called a peanut butter freak shake wax melt by one of my favorite wax melt makers on Etsy. And this is the first time I've ever tried it, but it doesn't smell like peanut butter. It does smell like nuts, but it almost smells like sweet baked nuts, or those roast nuts you get at Christmas, with this kind of undertone of, I want to say milk, but it's not milk. It smells like if I was baking, if I was making a nut bread or something like that, but it hasn't got the bread scent specifically, but it smells like a nutty sweet. Oh my gosh, it's just good. My whole house smells like beautiful, well, food. And I am exceedingly happy with it. So this is a piece of scrap vintage Edith Holden. I want to put that down. We're going to bring this in. I only want a bit of it. So yes, I am definitely already fully getting into autumn mode. I've had enough of the heat wave and all that stuff. And you shouldn't wish a season away. You really shouldn't, because, you know, I've only got a little bit left. Do I want to use that little bit instead and not the whole thing? What could I put down here? Yeah, you shouldn't wish a season away. But also, I've just kind of had enough of summer. Could put the ticket down there and put that there. I want the picture to be in the middle for once. I haven't really done any where it's in the middle, so I was wondering about doing that. I don't want to lose all of this beautiful, that covers up a lot of the Edith Holden if I do it that way. And then we've got nothing there. Okay, we're going to do it like that. I'm just going to do that. I'm going to ink around this. Yeah, I don't want to be wishing seasons away, because I know each brings something. And also, I don't want to wish years away. Honestly, I cannot believe July is going as quick as it is. I was so busy in June, and then literally my birthday's in July, and now we're almost at the end of July, and I'm like, where did that time go? Where was it? So yeah, I don't want to be wishing it away, but then on the other hand, I also I just want autumn to come. And so when I went in and saw the autumnal display, now that's not to say that we did not do things this week. We did. Actually, my weekend was actually super busy, because my daughter and her fiance were down, and we were making lots of final bits for the wedding. So I'm helping with lots of the craft bits, no surprise there. So I was finishing off the boutonnieres, because they needed magnets and things attached, making corsages. We were they've designed all their own place settings and table things and all those little bits, reserve signs for the seats. They've actually designed all that themselves. So we were printing all those off. I was gluing, hole punching, whatever needed doing. We were doing all of that. And yeah, it was very, very busy. Very busy with them down. And also my my almost son-in-law went with one of my sons to see the new F1 movie. So we kind of started doing all the work that morning. Then they kind of popped out to the movie whilst me and my daughter were finishing up some other bits. Then they came back. I'd made dinner and everything. We ate that, and then we all finished up anything that needed finishing. We had a proper little craft line going. You know, I would do the cutting of one bit, and then my son-in-law was using the hole punch, not hole punch, corner rounder, and my daughter was using my crocodile, and my other son was making sure everything was getting printed out and the right papers were going. It was a whole little thing. And then I was finding charms for one of their the little book they're going to have there, and I was getting my sari silk to put as ribbons on things. Like, it was just so much fun, guys. It really, really was. I have this. So one of the things I bought was a cushion, and this is the tag for the cushion, and I kind of wanted, maybe we could have it over to the side. Yeah, I think that'll work, because I still want to see quite a bit of this. Yeah, let's have that. And I have got a little down, so that's some sari silk to add to that, so I want that in there. So yeah, we had a proper little assembly line going, and it's just a lot of my fun. My son-in-law is super he's super involved in the wedding, which is great, because my daughter's like, well, I don't really care about that bit, but you know, so he did all the creating and stuff of all the bits and bobs, even the invites. He created the invites, the basis, the bit that had to be on it, and then all the information and stuff, and then I made the invites for him. And yeah, he's just super, he's so sweet, he really is. So yeah, they went out and saw the F1 movie, which apparently they both really enjoyed. And it also gave me and my daughter more time to catch up, because yes, I'd just seen her on my birthday. But this was just the two of us. There was no one else around, just us two catching up about different things, talking about things to do with the wedding and just general life stuff. It was just a lot of fun. I'd also bought them a couple of little surprises. I think I told you I'd picked up her wedding perfume, but she didn't know. We'd found the scent together, but she didn't know I was actually going to pick it up. So I'd got her perfume, and what she also didn't know is I'd had it engraved for her on the bottle and the lid. I'd also got a few little samples for her other half to try, and for him to, if he liked them, you know, that'd be great for him to use. And I also got them all hangers that had been engraved, you know, with their name, the date of the wedding, and their position, you know, bride, bridesmaid, maid of honor. And I'd also got the groom one too, so they didn't know about the hangers. So I just picked up little bits for them that they didn't know about, that were fun for them to kind of come down and be surprised by. So it's all little bits like that, that it was just nice. It was just it was a long day. They were here the whole day. I think they left really, really super late at night. Thankfully traffic was good getting back to theirs, so that was good. But yeah, it was a long day, but it was just a lot of fun, and we got lots more ticked off the wedding to-do list. And I get super excited kind of sharing what's in my craft area. Like, I'm like, do you want this corner punch, or what about this one, and I've got this one, and what about this, and yes, I've got ribbon, let me pull out this giant box that's just full of ribbon, and I think this will work, and let me get down my hundreds and hundreds of charms and see if one of you like one of those. And yeah, it was just a lot of fun to kind of do that. I think I want to stitch this onto here, because again, this is going to pop in there. And I do kind of want the fabric. I want to add more fabric. So let me go stitch that. And when they came down as well, she's already purchased her wedding ring. They're getting 2 different types of wedding rings. Oh, that just looks so pretty. So she'd already purchased hers, which is so pretty. It's not traditional, and it's just so pretty. I really want a mushroom brought in as well, because we're dealing with kind of autumn themes. Maybe we want 2 mushrooms, maybe another one up there, possibly. We'll see. And so her other half, her fiance, he picked up his wedding ring yesterday as well, because he's had a few that he's had his eye on, but down near us was one that he liked the best, was actually in stock. So yeah, he picked that up. So it was a very productive day yesterday, and I could have taken photos, but one, we were just very in the moment of doing everything and catching up, and 2, because a lot of the stuff has their names and the date of the wedding on it, it wasn't really going to work. That little green one's quite cute there. It wasn't really going to work on here. I didn't want to put it. We've got this serpent scales. I kind of like that. Let's do that one. Do I like that one? I kind of wanted it up here, but now I'm thinking I might want the flowers up there. So we could do it kind of over, maybe. You're not going to see it unless I pull this out. I did want a snake down there. Let me relook at this snake. Again, I know some of you really don't like snakes, so... And I get it. I personally love snakes. I like it there. That's where we're going to put it. I love snakes. They're one of my favourite creatures. But I can get why some people might not like them. Anyway, so yes, we were in the moment, and I didn't want to put anything on camera that had their full names and their date of their wedding or anything like that on it. They're happy for me to show pictures of them, and they're even happy for me to show a picture of them on their wedding day. But I mean, they do have their own YouTube and TikTok and that to do with travel, but I would just rather not be sharing all that on here. And as I said, we were really in the moment, which was, oh no, I've lost that bit. Okay, where did that go to? Is it in the book? That's what we have to ask ourselves. Yeah, I'd rather not be showing that. Yes, it is in the book. So, really need to press that down. We've got a little apple as well. We've got to use that. I just had some other kind of random bits that I was thinking might work. I don't know. They're not needed. But just because, see, I really like that there. Just because something's not needed doesn't mean we can't use it. That's how I feel. So we're going for a bit of an autumn theme. Just because... I like the apple that you can see the core with. Just because that's what I saw today when we were out. Kind of like that there. Could do it there. No, I like it here. And I want this here. So yeah, I just saw it when we were out and I thought, okay, that's what I'm going to take my picture of. Yeah, so other than that, it wasn't too busy earlier in the week because, as I said, I damaged my, well, I re-aggravated an injury. So, it's just one of those things, unfortunately. So I'm wondering about bringing on another little bit of it, just kind of here. I don't know. I do kind of like it, but then again, I don't necessarily. So I was thinking of putting the word together because we were together during because I'll be writing about her coming down, not just the fact that there is autumn and spooky season stuff everywhere. Oh my gosh, it's so hard for me to not just stock up on everything right now. Just in case you're new here, hello and welcome. But I live spooky season all year round. So when the stuff starts coming out in the shops, that's when I stock up on new home decorations. Because most places, I'm not interested in what they have to buy for the home because it's not in my style. So I want to pull one of these in. One, because it's autumnal and it also works for an illustration. But also it made me think of the fact that I've been making corsages. I kind of really love... These are not the colours of the corsage, by the way. But I kind of really love that up there. That's super cute, that one. We have one that's kind of, it's really hard. We have one that looks a bit like a label. I don't think I want that one. Yeah, so I was doing the corsages and I was doing, oh, that's it. That's the one. And finishing off the button ears for them. It's so funny when they say things like, oh, do you have a hot glue gun? And you want to go, you do know what I do, don't you guys? Do I have a hot glue gun? Yes. Or do you have twine for this? Really? Yes, yes. It's so funny. So I don't want to use the Hello Autumn, but I do have it, the one that says Making Memories. And we can have Making Memories together. I think that works really well, don't you? Don't you guys think that works really well? Plus I've got it on the ticket, which is what we made the memory with. Okay, I think, do I want that up there or not? I feel like I like more space because this is all quite dark down there. So that's what I feel like. And I am going to show you the cushion I picked up in a minute as well, guys. So stay tuned for that. So let's have a look. A ticket stub from any event. We've got the ticket stub from our trip with our nephew a few years ago for a special birthday of his to the Tower of London. Or Tower Bridge, rather. Not Tower of London. Embossed paper, I've got this that I was gifted years ago. An animal with scales. We have a snake. Any fruit, we've got a lovely apple because it's coming into that season. A foreign language, we've got Latin behind here. And bonus, an illustration. Well, you've got several. This is an illustration. This is an illustration. This is an illustration. But I've pulled this out as an illustration. Even that is an illustration. We've got some texture on here. We've got autumnal vibes, even though it's not autumn yet. Oh, but that's just come together. So lovely. I really like this page. Maybe it could do with some splatters, but I really like this page, guys. Do I want to round the corners? See, I haven't rounded the corners on the other side yet. I kind of want to, only because my son-in-law, when I introduced him to the idea of corner rounding, you know, shaping, with the invites that I made and the vellum envelopes, he was like, oh my gosh, that looks fantastic. So, and he was so excited to use the corner rounding yesterday. Though I feel like we should have rounded corners because it does kind of match or it fits in with what we're doing. And I know other people looking at this page will just see autumn, but I'm looking at this page saying, yes, it's autumn, but rounded corners for him. Corsages were made. They were down visiting. Like, yeah, that's why it's so great that I leave these little bits to write on, because I just think, see, I think that fabric looks so well over there. I just think, yeah, I don't know. I really love this page. It's really making me smile. So that is that page. But hold on, because I'm going to show you the cushion. It's really hard to show you the whole cushion, so I will try and take a picture as well and add it there. But this is it, guys. So this label, the Briar cushion, is what this is. Oh my goodness, look at it, guys. And it's like this soft velvet with this blanket stitch in this kind of really muted sage green. But just look at the mushrooms. Look how the threads kind of shimmer on the leaves. Really hope it's, oh my goodness, I just love touching this. It's absolutely, it's just plain on the other side. It's absolutely beautiful. This will stay out all year round, you know, all year round, not just for autumn. Absolutely love it. So that was the cushion I picked up. I also picked up, they had some of these beautiful kind of amber mushroom fairy lights, which I've already put canned batteries in, and they give off the warmest amber glow. Now last year the range brought out these beautiful wooden leaf fairy lights, and I brought one really early in the season, and then when I went back to get some more, because they were my favorite thing that I purchased last year for autumn, when I went back to get some more, they'd sold completely out. So now if I see these things, I'm picking them up because they will sell out quickly. So if you're in the UK and you like autumn and that's something you're interested in, that cushion and that, head over to your range. They've got them out now, as well as lots of other amazing stuff. Anyway, guys, that's it for now. It's been a bit of a random chatty one, but I am so happy with this make, and it's so different from last week's one. Look at the colour difference. Pastel birthday, autumn beautiful. So yes, but anyway, guys, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do like, subscribe, comment and share if you haven't already. I'll be back again soon for another one, and until next time, guys, wherever you are in the world and whatever season you enjoyed the best, I still hope you're having lots and lots of crafty fun. Bye for now.